as always with this China stuff, there's kind of relentless um, lawfare, which is ongoing. But when he was in DC, he spoke to a wide range of people, um, and then he went uh, back to Solomon's, and there was really concern about his safety, um, but he got back safely, and the Solomons have just had another election, and while while he was out of the province and out of power, they started the first Huawei tower has gone up, for example. Um, and the new premier of Malaita province, one of the first things he did was cancel the Auki communique and get on a plane and go to China. Um, in the election, that premier lost his seat, and so did the majority of the people who had joined him in that new government. So the people of Malaita were very clear, we don't want to have anything to do with these guys. And Sudani himself was reelected in a landslide. Similar thing happened at the national level. So they had both elections at the same time, the provincial election and the national election. So it would be like voting for your state house and and Congress at the same time. And at the national level, the government grouping that was pro-China also lost the majority of their seats, although Sogavari was reelected by a slim margin, and a lot of those people there's very likely to be court challenges because there was a lot of bribery involved, very overt bribery. Their political system is very different than the U.S. system. The political party system is very loose, and it's a parliamentary system. So you vote for your representative, and then the representatives get together and select who's going to be prime minister or who's going to be premier. And at that phase, there was that. So the election can be clean, but if the pro-China forces can influence enough of those people at the federal level, national level, it's 50. If they can get 26 of them on side, then they can put together their government. And there were a lot of independents. And that's exactly what happened. So Sogavari stepped aside as the premier candidate, but his foreign minister, who's the guy who negotiated the switch and who is involved in that security deal, which can allow for the deployment of PLA forces in the Solomons, Jeremiah Manele, he became prime minister, and Sogavari became finance minister, which is exactly where you want a guy who
likes money.
Yeah. So
and can funnel CCP money around.
Mm-hmm.
There are such incredible heroes in Solomon Islands. One of them, or a few of them, are in journalism, and two of them contributed to an article that came out before the election that looked at Sogavari's property empire in Solomons. So on his small budget, he somehow managed to amass 8 properties, and this is Charlie Perengi and Mafana Ermai. They even found the bank that had issued the mortgages, which clearly make no sense. It's a French bank. So that means that if anybody wanted to go after the corruption, they could. This is a bank that's part of the Western banking system. The French want to be a better player, but we know that there are also undoubtedly money that's getting laundered through Australian and New Zealand bank accounts and real estates, and nobody's doing anything about it. Just these people on the ground, these journalists, these local leaders, just desperately trying to clean their place up, just like the governor of Santa Mai, and getting no outside help. So what's the end result of all of this? You ended up with a very pro-PRC government nationally, and at the local level, the Sudani level in Malaita, they were getting calls, these 33 so you need 17 out of the 33 to form the government. They were getting calls saying, if you join us, the pro-Chinese guys, you'll get the equivalent of about $35,000 in cash, and you'll get development projects in your district from the federal government, national government, from China, and from Australia, New Zealand, and the US, because they all want to work with us at the national level. If you don't, you get nothing, you get no development projects, and good luck to you. At the same time, there was a huge disinformation campaign running against Sogavare, saying, twisting all of the stuff that we've just talked about, all of this.
You mean Sudani?
Yeah, sorry, but against Sudani personally, to the point where he himself had to withdraw from running from premier because it was distracting from what his group was trying to do. And in the end, the pro-China faction also won in Malaita. And one of the first announcements they made was how much they're looking forward to working with China in the province. So the voters were very clear. They didn't want this. And the outcome was something completely different. And where's all the international coverage and help about all that?